because I don't do laundry.
I'm on the treadmill.
Oh, all right, girl. You keep going on that treadmill. We're going to do this call. All right. So thank you guys for getting on. I am going to go ahead and screen share and hope that you guys can see this. Can you guys see it? Perfect. Cool. All right. So today's team call is going to be about the power of sharing your story. And I am really excited for this call because someone like really awesome is doing this call. Ashley Jospeh, who is one of our diamond coaches. If anybody can talk about sharing your story, it's going to be Ashley, because she has been through hell and back maybe like 20 times during her 2-year coaching journey. And I'm really excited that she is willing to share with us a little bit of how she has shared her story to get to where she is today, because Ashley was actually a diamond coach of mine a while ago last year. And then when she went through some things, she completely stopped coaching, lost her rank, more than one rank. Ashley, you went back to just an active coach at one time, I think. But anyway, she's going to be sharing her story. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and get through some rank advancements here, because holy crap, guys, we've had an awesome week. By far the best week we've ever had. And I know I've said that a couple times, but it's because it just keeps getting better and better. And you guys are freaking amazing and rocking it. And I just want to congratulate everybody. Thank you guys for getting on the call. But, it's amazing how this system works. A lot of people think, oh, it's just a scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. There's not much you can get out of coaching. There's a lot that you can get out of coaching. It changes your life, but you also have the opportunity to change many other lives around you. So that's going to be based on what you want to do. So these rank advancements are people who are building their own team, people who are adding coaches to their team, and they are changing lives both physically and financially. All right. So first, huge shout out to Megan Blinka. She is our first and only 1-star qualifying coach in her second business center. So when you are rank advancing to diamond, and then you have one coach on each leg go diamond as well, like you're really building a business, you are actually able to open up another business center with your name. So it's like another you that you're just working that business center. And that's what Megan has been able to do. And she actually has built that business center to where she has a diamond underneath that one too. Like, it's pretty amazing. So huge congrats, Megan. The first on Forever Fit, not even myself, has 1 star in her second business center. I am so proud of her. And then we have Jessica Brennan, Melissa Brown, and Laura Bird are our newest diamond coaches. Sorry, guys. Just make sure you mute yourselves. It's Jessica. She's a diamond. I guess I can't yell at her too much, right?
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying here.
It's because she wanted to shout herself out, right? Good job. I'm so proud of you. All right. And then we have, let me mute that one too. Okay. And then we have Heather Rotz, Melissa Gosper, Tamara Rice, Jordan, I don't know if I've ever had to say your last name. Moran, maybe? You'll have to teach me that. Ben Solomon, Amber Pierce, Kim Bridey, Jamie Lee, Kylie Lewis, Andrew Brown, Steve Brennan, and Courtney Mangus are all brand new emeralds. By far the most emeralds we've ever had rank advance in 1 week. Like, this is amazing. I am so, so happy for you guys. All right. Next we have our top producers. Alicia, guys, please mute yourselves. I love this picture of Alicia. It just makes me happy because that is like totally her personality right there. Alicia is at the very top with 795 PV. And then we have Melissa Bueller at 690, Mesha Brink at 674, Ashley Jospeh at 627, Reagan Long at 600, Kellen McCullough at 570, Crystal Townsend at 540, Beth Bird at 496, Nicole Joshak at 367, Megan Blinka at 367, Jamie Woolfolk at 345, Heather Jones at 345, Misty Valentine at 330, Tanya Rill at 330, Tiffany Meaden at 320, Whitney Lloyd at 315, and David Miller at 310. Awesome, awesome. Top producers. I know there's been a couple people come to me and ask me, what the heck is a top producer? How do I get that number so I am on the leaderboard? And what that is it is your customer volume. So when a customer does not sign up as a coach, they're just a customer, and they sign up with Shakeology, with a challenge pack, with anything from the website, but they are just a challenger, you will earn personal volume from that, okay? You will get volume from that. And then along with that is your own personal orders, which will give you personal volume. And that is your own Shakeology coming out. If you decide to purchase anything from your own account, that also counts towards your PV. All right. So that is how you do it. Next, we have Success Club. Look at all these names. I love it. All right. So we are like at the end of the month. We have, a day and a half left. And I know that people are probably thinking about next month and the cup challenge. I do not want you guys to think about that yet. I want you to focus on this month and get through this month before you talk about the next month. Kind of. I'll talk about that in a minute. All right. So the people who have already hit Success Club 10, we have Reagan Long at 19. Holy crap. Rachel Perez at 18, Mesha Brink at 16, Megan Blinka at 15, Misty Valentine at 14, Michael Gowan at 14, Alicia Smith at 14, Tabitha Smithers at 14, Kellen McCullough at 14, Kelly Doherty at 12, Heather Jones at 12, Ruth White at 12, Erin Trail at 12, Jackie Snell at 11, Lauren Penrose, who just had a baby a week ago, at 10, Kristen Missimer, I'm always going to say your last name. I'm going to have to talk to you about your last name. At 10, Melissa Brown at 10, Jade Emhoff at 10, Rebecca Bennett at 10, Kim Carr at 9, Crystal Townsend at 9, Kim O'Keefe at 9, Jill Cleek at 9, Heather Geiger at 9. Jill and Heather, you guys are like little partners in crime, and I swear you always have the same numbers. I think you planned this out. Sam Brosnick at 9, Marky Wolf at 8, Nicole Dahl at 8, Jamie Woolfolk at 8, Erica Ellis at 8, Melissa Bueller at 8, Sarah Griffith at 8, Jordan Moran at 8, Tamara Rice at 8, Ashley Joseph at 7, Jody DeLazier at 7, Anna Woods at 7, Marcy Kucherison at 7, Corina Cawthorn at 6, Kristen Rouse at 6, Christy Henniger at 6, Melissa Gosper at 6, Maya Miller at 6, Alicia Weiler at 6, Christina Paulette at 6, Jeannie Evans at 6, Christy Raskin at 6, Whitney Lloyd at 6, Ashley Jo Chapin at 6, Nicole Joshak at 6, Heather Rotz at 6, Caitlin Hawley at 6, Val Augustine at 5, Nicole Riley at 5, Jessica Brennan at 5, and Vanessa McLaughlin at 5. Woo! That is awesome. There are so many of you that are so close. And like I said, the month is not over. Focus on this month. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4 points and you want to hit Success Club 5, if that is a goal for you, make sure that you are doing everything you can and you work until midnight of the 31st, because that is the end of the month that you have to hit it. Don't sell yourself short. Make sure you are shooting for high goals. The higher you shoot for your goals, the more successful you're going to be. Don't be ordinary, be extraordinary. All right, cool. So I'm not going to read off all of those names, but still amazing job, guys. Keep up the amazing work. All right, Success Club. I know we just keep getting tons of new coaches, so I just want to go over what Success Club is really quick. It is a recognition that Beachbody gives us. It's just a way of showing that we are changing lives. There are a couple of different ways that we can hit Success Club. One way is by challenge pack sales. What a challenge pack is a fitness program You get the nutrition guide, you get the month of Shakeology in home direct. That is your challenge pack. You get everything you need for a healthy lifestyle. And I always tell people that what is a challenge pack? It's everything you need to get started in my challenge group. It's everything you need: fitness, support, and nutrition, and my free coaching and access to my challenge group. All right. And then you also can get 1 point for every Shakeology and home direct order you get. So notice everything is having Shakeology and home direct order. That's where you get those points from. All right. So if someone does a one-time order of Shakeology, unfortunately, you do not get a point for that. So I always recommend when someone wants to try it, I always let them know, if you want to get the Shakeology, I would love to set you up in the home direct. If you are not sure that you want it, that is completely okay. You're still saving $13 in shipping in the month just by doing that. And if you get it and you realize, nope, I don't want it, or if you realize at that minute, you are not going to get it, you can cancel, send an email and cancel that same day that you order if you want to. There's no penalty or fee for canceling. It's simply just, we're trying to help them save money. There's no scheme, simply helping them save. All right. So this month, when you hit Success Club, Beachbody likes to, again, give us a little recognition and give us some prizes for our hard work and for changing lives. So there are 3 different prizes. If you hit Success Club, you have the opportunity to pick what your prize is going to be. So there are logoed prizes. You can either get a tote bag, a stainless steel bottle, or a mega mug. So you get to pick whatever you prefer. Either way, it's going to be something that you can wear and share. Use it wherever you go. So when you're out in public, instead of you starting the conversation, people will be like, oh, what's that Shakeology bottle you have? Do you drink Shakeology? And you can be like, oh, let me tell you all about it, without word vomiting all over them. All right. So next we have events. We have our Success Club trip that will be in, what month is it? March of next year. I probably should be writing that date down. It's in March of next year, 2016, going to Haiti and Jamaica. And there is a waiting list because these trips are that amazing. So if you have not gotten on the waiting list yet, please make sure you do. You earn money towards your trip as you earn Success Club points. So for you guys right now, you've hit Success Club. Guess what? For every Success Club point, you are earning $10 to pay off that trip. So a lot of people will end up going for free. It's amazing. And it's just a nice, relaxing time. There's not a lot of training there. It's more of just a opportunity for you to spend time with your team. You can bring your family and so on. All right. Now our next event is really exciting because it's our first diamond retreat in the Poconos. We are going August 14th through the 16th. You must be diamond by August 6th to qualify. Huge congrats to the 3 new diamonds that we have. Hopefully they are coming to the trip. Maybe. Hopefully. Jessica, I'm looking right at you. But you're frozen. Yeah, you're frozen. You're not moving. I'll ask you later. Hopefully you guys will be coming. Oh, there she is. Are you coming?
Is my audio on?
Yeah.
I have to look at my calendar. So that's like my first week back to school weekend. And my husband comes home that weekend. Maybe, but he might not be back till the 16th. But let me look at flights and stuff and see.
Tell him to stay till the 16th.
Yeah, he might. Well, he's doing a road trip home, so who knows what that entails.
That's all right.
But I'll let you know for sure.
Sounds good. All right, cool. All right, so for everyone who is going, for everyone who hit Success Club 10 all 3 months, May, June, and July, they get to go for free. If you hit Success Club 5 in all 3 months, you will just have to pay your $50 spot. And if you miss Success Club in any of those months, you will have to pay $100 for your spot. Still an amazing opportunity for you. And I am providing transportation from the airport in Baltimore. I will be there around 9:30 a.m. on Friday on the 14th, and we'll be taking everyone back Sunday at 7 o'clock to go back to their flight. Cool. All right, monthly promotions. I know the month is almost over, but I still have to tell you guys, because if you are trying to scrape and find people and figure out how can I promote this to get those last points, to get the last couple points, here's what you can do. You can talk about the promotions that you have, the 21-day fix, the 21-day fix extreme. The challenge packs are on sale for $140. Also, the quick start, which includes a 3-day refresh for both of those programs, are on sale. And then the size challenge pack is also on sale for $140. And that's our brand new program. So it's a perfect way to talk it up. All right. Last, cup challenge. Yes, you've heard me talk a whole bunch about it. I've had videos come out just so I can share with you guys what my ideas are to kick some major butt in the next month. So the cup challenge, if you guys are new, you can still get in on this. I don't care if you just signed up today, you can still get on this. Teams of 5 people. If you don't know anybody, talk to your upline coach. We will get you a team, all right? 1 diamond max per team. You don't have to have a diamond on your team. You can have just 5 new coaches. You can have 5 emerald coaches. Just no more than 1 diamond per team. How do you get your points for the cup challenge? By getting Success Club points. Every Success Club point equals a cup challenge point. Any rank advancement point will equal a cup challenge point. And if you sell a boost or a performance product, which are our brand new products that we have out, if you sell that to a new challenge pack customer or a new coach in the month of August, you will get an additional point, in addition to the 2 points you already get from that challenge pack. So that's pretty awesome. I know if someone's asking about rank advancements, any rank advancement after July 16th will still be used. Max points you can get is 35 per coach. I know it sounds like a lot, but you know what? If you're going to do what I did on the video and talking about going for no, you can hit 35 without a problem. I don't care if you just started today or you've been in this business for 2 years, 2.5 years, and you're out of people to invite, because that's not true. All right, so you can make it happen. How are we going to do that? Going for no. Here's mine that I'm currently working on. Go for no. If you have not seen this, please make sure you get in the video. I did post the picture, the image below it, and that is your list of where you're writing down those people that you're talking to. You invite everyone and every name goes on there. I will be more than halfway done tonight because I have to hit 100 by tomorrow night. It will happen. My cup challenge team is holding me accountable, and I would like you guys to hold yourselves accountable or ask someone to hold you accountable. Post in the group, post in Forever Fit, or wherever you want to, just to show that you are putting in the effort and work. So what I'm doing is from yesterday until tomorrow, I am inviting 100 people. And then the first week of August, I am inviting 100 more people. That's 200 people. Where am I going to find them? I don't know. I'm still looking for them. But I'm going on Instagram. I'm talking to friends of friends. I'm talking to friends of family. I'm asking for referrals, which I did get a referral today. Hopefully we'll be signing up. But that's what it's all about. It's not necessarily that you know everyone and you have to think of those 200 people. You have to search for them a little bit, and that's okay. But the more people you talk to, the better chance you have. All right. And then in the cup challenge, the last 3 weeks, because I know I said inviting 200 within the first week of August, those last 3 weeks are all about following up and getting them signed up and started. And if you have any more questions, you can go to the FAQs 3302 and get the information. All right, so I am done, and I am going to give it to my girl, Ashley, and she is going to talk to us about sharing your story and the importance of it and why you should just do it even though it's very scary and you don't want people to judge you or think you're crazy. That's okay. She's going to tell you all about it. Go ahead.
All right. Hi, guys. Okay, so bear with me because this is the first time I'm talking on any of the calls. I did not make any PowerPoint slides for you guys. I'm just going to kind of talk to you. And I do have notes that I'm kind of sharing with in the beginning that if anybody wants, I can share them in the group afterwards. So I am a diamond coach, and I will share my story with you guys at the end. but what I'm going to talk to you about now is how the power of sharing your story is going to help you build your business. It is a key part as coaches that we need to make sure we're sharing. So a lot of points I'm going to like kind of touch on is stuff that we kind of talked about in Summit that I've picked up from different workshops that we went to that kind of helped you have those aha moments. And I want to share with you guys taking from what I learned and adding it into where I'm at. So the one big thing you have to remember is that you aren't perfect. You don't have to be perfect. And people are going to be attracted to you because of your imperfections. And I want to ask you guys a couple questions, and you can kind of just ask yourself, take some notes, what you want to do. Do you struggle with self-confidence? Do you have a physical transformation? Do you struggle with debt? Do you live paycheck to paycheck? If you answered yes to any of the questions above, then you have a story to share. Everyone has a story to share. And if you're unsure of how to tell your story or what to tell or how much to share, maybe you're afraid to talk about your story. Maybe it's something embarrassing to you or something that's really deep down inside that you just don't even know if anybody's going to want to hear. You have to share your story. And the story you want to share is the one that you're so afraid to talk about. The one that is too hard for you to talk about. That's the story that needs to be shared because that is your real deep story that people do want to hear. And the more that you're going to share the story, the more comfortable you're going to get with sharing your story, and the more of your story is going to unfold. Because as you tell your story, there's going to be pieces that you're not ready to talk about yet, that you're going to hold in. And eventually, as you become more comfortable with sharing the story, maybe you're going to start with sharing your story with close friends, family, close coaches that you're working with. And then you're going to eventually work up to sharing with more people, and you'll be more comfortable with sharing those deeper things that actually are going to inspire others and touch people. When you share your stories, a big point is to make sure that you're you. Make sure you're being the real you. Be the same person on social media as you are in real life. Nobody wants to hear a story that is fake or it's like another coach's because they're going to pick up on that eventually. They want, eventually you're going to meet these people. Maybe you'll meet them at Summit or an event, or you just never know where you're going to meet people. When they meet you, they want to make sure that they're meeting the real you, and they're not going to be like, oh, well, the person on social media is a different person than what that person is in real life. People are going to know. And you want to be the same person that you claim to be that's behind that computer screen or that phone. So kind of touched on some of those. So now it's kind of like, well, where do you start with telling your story? How do you even put it together? Maybe you're not even sure what to begin on telling anything. So a couple of things that they talked about at Summit you want to pick up on is your when, what, and how. When, timing. What is happening in your life? What happened in your life right before? And then you want to talk about something that changed in your life. Maybe you had a major aha moment in your life. Maybe you hit rock bottom. Maybe you had both. That's all part of your story. And how? How did you triumph? How did you get over that? How did Beachbody help you? This is where you share those trials become your triumphs, your struggles become your stories, your mess becomes your message. If life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And you make a joke and say, I have plenty of it to share with everybody. Because you can't allow yourself to get into slumps. You can't allow yourself to feel bad for yourself. You need to share those struggles that you go through because that's the real you. People want to hear that. They don't want to have some fake person. So when you're finally ready to share your story, how do you share it? Where do you begin? And I know as Beachbody coaches, we all get excited about talking about our products, our Shakeology, the programs, coaching. If somebody asks us about any of these things, because they're our passion, that's what we enjoy doing, we get that diarrhea of the mouth. We just say it all real quickly because we're excited. And these people that we're talking to, they kind of back off. Have you ever had somebody respond to you about coaching opportunity or a challenge pack and you just blurt it all out at once and then you never get a response back? It's like this silence and you're like, what did I do wrong? It's the same thing with your story. You don't want to like throw your whole entire story out there for everybody to hear. You want to imagine like a loaf of bread, and you're leaving, like you're taking off these pieces of the bread and you're leaving a trail. You're going to do the same thing with your story. You want to breadcrumb it. You want to tell a little bit of your story at a time. Leave your audience engaged, keep them interested, but don't share it all at once. And when you're finally, like, and another big thing is knowing what audience you're trying to attract. You don't want to give off this message. Like if you're a stay-at-home mom and your story deals with your stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're a busy working person, or you are in this for a financial reason, whatever your story revolves around, you need to make sure that that's your audience that you're trying to inspire, to attract. So like a couple of other tips that, talk and post about your opportunities. And when you talk and you post about it, talk as if you're talking to one person. Don't make it general. Make it to one person, because then that person reading it is going to be like, oh, they were talking to me. And then they're going to feel more like it's a personal message than just in general. And believe that your story matters. It does matter. Everybody's story matters. I don't care if you think your story doesn't compare to this coach over here or this coach over here. Because it matters to you, there's somebody else watching you that's just like you, that is in the same situation, and you sharing your story is going to help them, because they're going to be inspired and they're going to say, well, I'm in that same situation. If that person can do it, then I can do it. So don't ever be afraid to share your story, and make sure you create opportunities. And another huge tip, and this is difficult for me, and Deidra knows this, is developing thick skin. You have to, know that not all people are going to like you. Not all people are going to support you or follow you, and understand your story. And you have to realize that that's okay, because this is your story, not theirs. This is your life that you've gone through, your story they're telling. They're not the one that's lived that life, nor are they telling the story. So don't be afraid of what people are going to say. Share your story, and if they don't like it, then they can block you, they can delete you. It's fine. You have to learn to grow thick skin with this, because that's one of the biggest things. And I can say for 2 years in coaching, that held me back a lot, because I was afraid what somebody might think or somebody might say. So I've held a lot of those sharing my story moments, and afraid to reach out to people, afraid to talk to people, because I was afraid of what they might say back. So just make sure that you share your story and know that it's going to inspire them, and that you're going to change someone's life. And changing somebody's life is why we are all here as coaches. We are here to help people. Maybe we have a different why, and some of us have a different, maybe it's a financial why, an emotional why, a physical transformation why. Something brought us all to coaching and keeps us coaching. But we're all here to help change people's lives in some way. So those are kind of my notes that I wanted to share with you guys on your stories. And like I said, I can share these in the group if anybody wants them. I can kind of put them, but I didn't make any PowerPoint slides. So now I'll share my story, as Deidra mentioned. I started as a coach 2 years ago. I actually have gone through, my story deals with physical, emotional, and financial. And not all at the same time. My story's kind of changed as I've gone through. And you're going to have that. Your story, where you begin and where you're at now, may not always be the same. So when I first started coaching, I was that typical, I was overweight, unhappy, unhealthy. I had just been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I was on meds, and I gained a ton of weight. And I saw Deidra posting all the time about her transformation with Insanity, and I went to nursing school with her. So I reached out to her and started doing the challenge groups. And I was one of those ones that didn't want to do the Shakeology and didn't believe in it. And my husband didn't want me doing Shakeology because of how much it cost. And I finally, in July of 2013, used my birthday money and bought the T25 challenge pack when it came out and signed up as a discount coach, because I wanted the discount for the Shakeology. And I knew that with the coaching, I could help, pay for my Shakeology. And as a nurse, I like to help people. So coaching, I was like, oh, that might be a good idea. Let's give it a try. Now, I didn't go full force into coaching probably until beginning of October, I want to say it was. Kind of like tested the water. I had a physical transformation at that time, and that was why I started coaching. I was sharing my transformation. I had lost 35 pounds and felt good and wanted to help change lives of other people that were busy, didn't think they had time to work out. So that was my goal in coaching. That was my why. In October of 2013, my life completely changed. And my husband was diagnosed with a very rare and aggressive cancer. It was completely out of the blue. He was completely healthy until then, and ended up in the ICU for a few weeks. And I really didn't think he was going to make it through. In that time frame, I would sit there bedside. And as much as you would think at that time, like you would forget about coaching, you would forget about working out in your Shakeology, my why became stronger in those moments because I saw how much your health was important to you and how you needed to make sure you took care of yourself. You needed to do what you could to take care of yourself because some people don't have that opportunity to take care of themselves. It's out of their control. So I would continue to do my workouts and coaching. I would sit bedside in the hospital and post and talk to people. And I'm sure I had people that were like, why is she coaching when her husband's laying there sick? But to me, it made a stronger why. And I wanted to help other people. I wanted them to realize that they shouldn't take for granted what they have today with their health. And my workouts became more about not a weight that I was trying to achieve or a body type. It was more of like a stress relief, my 30 minutes of me time, because not only was it just being a mom and a nurse and a wife, I was a caregiver and I had to hold up everything else. I was the only one trying to hold a family together. So if I didn't take care of myself, I knew that I couldn't hold everything together for everybody else. And he pulled through with everything. He did well. Chemos worked, and we were able to shrink some of the tumor, and he wasn't as quite in a difficult position as he was before. And at that point, he wasn't working and was on a disability. So not only was my story about a physical or an emotional now, it was also a financial. I was working my butt off with coaching, realizing that I had the opportunity to make up the extra money that we lost while he was on disability. So I, continued to coach and work full-time as a nurse, took care of 2 little girls and my husband, and tried to make up for what we were losing. And that was from October till, that lasted for, about a year, I think. And about February, that's around the time I think Katie, or I'm sure you guys follow her, was diagnosed with her cancer. Right, Deidra? Was that February 2014? And my husband had reached out and had followed Katie. She was an inspiration to him. And I continued to push myself daily because I felt like watching Katie and watching him and their strength, it amazed me. And if they could fight for their lives, then I could continue to do what I was doing and help others in these ways. They were my inspirations. They were what gave me the strength to push every day. I had a message to share, and I wanted to share that about your health and about no excuses. You would watch Katie around her chemos and fighting for her life, continue to work out and continue to coach. And I used to watch her and think, okay, if she can do this, I'm just a caregiver, I can do this too. And watching him and fighting for his life with his chemos, if he could do this every day, then I could do my end. And I continued to push no matter what. And fast forward in January, my husband passed away. And that would be when I lost my team. I continued to work out daily. I continued to post. But I lost that strong why. And when you talk about your story, you want to make sure you have your why, because that's what's going to push you every day. I went from being a diamond coach to just a basic coach and completely lost everything with coaching. And I knew that I still wanted to coach, but I couldn't figure out the way that I wanted to do it. So I just kept going through autopilot of every day. I just picked up the pieces of life. And I want to say it was probably in April. You know, Deidra and I have been really close. She's been one of my best friends. And I kept talking to her and telling her that I want to do this coaching. I had taken a job in November. I was a clinical research coordinator. I worked down at the cancer center in Pittsburgh and for researching cancer patients. I went back to work less than a month after my husband passed because that's what I thought I had to do. And I realized that I couldn't do that job anymore, that I was living in the moments of every day. And I would talk to Deidra about wanting to do more with my coaching. And I can remember the one day she said to me, "You're not consistent. You either need to give it your all or not anything at all." And I can remember being mad at her and saying, like, I can't believe that she just said that to me. I've been through so much. But that was probably the best thing that she ever said to me, because it was in April, and then I went to a Super Saturday, and I had that aha moment. I had that moment of, I knew I wasn't happy at my job. I knew I couldn't continue to get up at 6:30, leave the house at 6:30 every morning. I mean, I lost my husband. I had to my whole life had fallen apart. And I would get up at 4:30 and do my workouts, and I would go to work down in Pittsburgh, an hour and a half away, drop my kids off, not get home till after 6, feed my kids dinner, and go to bed. And I felt like I was not there for them. After everything we've been through, I couldn't be there for my kids. And when Deidra said that to me, and then I had the Super Saturday, it was my aha moment for me. It was my moment of, I have this opportunity right in front of me. All I need to do is make it important. All I need to do is just do it. I'm not consistent. She's right. So I took some time off work because I couldn't continue my job. Really did some thinking and found my why again, and knew that I wanted to be the mom that's at home for my kids, be able to go to their school functions, be here for them. I'm what they have now. And I have a message to share about your health, about being yourself, no excuses. There's a lot of messages I have to share. And this is the way that I can share it. And this is the way that I can help people. And I took that leap of faith, that moment where you know that what you're doing is super scary and every reason's running through your mind why you shouldn't, but you do it. And I quit my full-time job as a nurse, and I made this my full-time job. And it was the scariest but best decision of my entire life that I have made. And it's not going to be easy. I made goals for myself that I was going to accomplish. And again, here I am with the speed bumps of life. And there's a speed bump in my goals that I've set. I'll share with you guys, like, I eventually always wanted to become this master trainer through Beachbody. I want to teach my fitness classes, and, you know, I wanted to do coaching and help people through our online networking. And then I also wanted to go out into the communities and work with people and teach classes and have fun with it. And I tore my meniscus, and now I'm having surgery. So that speed bump is happening again in life, but you have to look at it that it's a speed bump. So any trials that you're going to have in life, your trials become your triumphs. Your struggles become your story. Your mess becomes your message. So no matter what you've been through, you need to take that and you need to share it. It's hard, and I've never shared at Summit. I can remember talking to Deidra about some of these aha moments. We were standing in the kitchen of the house that we were staying at and bawling and just crying about everything. And it's hard for me to share with everyone here because I don't like to cry in front of people. So I'm like holding myself together so that I don't. But I just want you guys to know that you have to not, your excuses are going to limit you. You need to push yourself. You need to just take whatever it is that's holding you back and use it to push you forward. Because if you want this, then you have to use that to push forward. And then with your story, I mean, everybody has a story. Like I said, maybe you joined Beachbody for a financial reason. Maybe you need that extra income. Who knows what happened in your life? Maybe you lost your job or your significant other lost their job and you're looking to make extra money. That's fine. Maybe it's a physical transformation and you want to help people change their lives. You want them to see that they're not stuck where they're at, that they can change. Maybe it's emotional. You know, maybe it's all three. I can tell you that when I started coaching, was not my why and my reason for coaching is not where I'm at now. It has changed. But you need to just go with life and use your story because people want to hear that. They don't want to see somebody that's picture perfect, looks like they have their life all together because nobody has their life all together. Everybody has something going on, and that's what you need to share. Don't try to be perfect because people don't want perfect. That's about it. I don't know.
Thank you. Oh, Ashley. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing all of your tips and your story because I think it is going to help people realize the importance of sharing, but also realize that excuses are for a-holes and everyone has one. Yeah. Can't use any excuses. I'm really sorry that I made you mad. Ashley, I love you.
Yeah, it was the best thing that you ever did for me, honestly.
It was because I saw your potential. And by the way, guys, Ashley is my only person I let in my challenge group without Shakeology. But by the end of that challenge, she said, I had really good results. She had an awesome transformation. She said, but it could have been better. Now I think I need the Shakeology. She's my only one that I can say. Does anybody have any questions? After everyone already used up all their Kleenexes, are we good now? No questions? I don't think anyone's going to ask any questions right now. But thank you so much. If you guys want to follow her, please make sure you go to her Facebook and just click that follow button there. She is amazing with her posting. She has a great way of sharing her story. Yeah. All right. I don't have any questions for you. I think I've talked to you enough. Oh, go ahead. What?
When you're looking, like when you're having a bad day too, guys, like on your daily posting, don't write a post about how bad of a day you're having. Take whatever you're dealing with and post in a positive way. You can say like, hey, I'm struggling with anxiety. Like that was the most recent one I've done. I have anxiety issues and my workouts are what help my anxiety. Now, being that I have to have surgery on Tuesday, I'm kind of on restrictions for not working out and my anxiety is through the roof right now. So instead of like saying about how horrible my anxiety is and like I just really don't know whether I want to have a drink or a Xanax, I don't post about that. You post about how you find a positive way to work around the negatives. And that's a big thing that I could suggest too on your daily postings, you know, besides just sharing your story. Don't post negative stuff. You know, be real, but show people how you're using your whatever you're going through in life to help lift your positive attitude up. People are going to want to follow you that way to see how you can take the struggles of life and still push through.
Turn those lemons into lemonade. I love that.
I said that the other day. I said I had a lot of lemons and I was making a ton of lemonade, so I'll share.
Awesome. Yeah, yesterday I thought Ashley was acting like a drug dealer without her cocaine. She said, darn it, I had to do upper body and abs. I could not work out. Like, I don't think I've ever met someone that addicted to working out. Like, she needed it. Like, that is, her workout is her drug, and that's how she uses it, and she shares it. Like, look on her Facebook. She'll show you that she needs her workouts, and if she doesn't get it, she's going to be mad. All right. Anything else? That was awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you for getting on, Ashley. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, Allie, go ahead.
I just want to thank her for sharing her story. It takes a lot of courage, and I don't think I could be as strong as she is. So I just want to thank her for sharing it because, you know, she kicks ass.
Yeah.
And that proves that no matter what happens, you can kick ass. You just have to put your mind into it. So I just wanted to thank her. Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. I won't lie, it wasn't easy. When Deidra asked me, I was freaking out, and I don't like to be emotional in front of people. So I try not to like let myself, like, you put that wall up. I can't get emotional in front of people. But I have to tell you that just like anybody else, you aren't going to know how strong you are until it's all you have to be. So don't say you could never be that strong, because if you were faced with it, you could be strong.
I feel like I was going to say something else, and now I don't remember. Hate when that happens. All right. I think we're good. Good night, guys.